Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at how to do the Tri-Fecta triple threat combo using water cards. And it all starts with this card. I'm just kidding. This card and maybe that card. So one thing to note, this video is a continuation of my last video. So if you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend you watch that after this video. It'll better explain a little bit about, how to play this deck. It's my favorite deck and hopefully it can become your favorite deck as well. So what this combo is going to do is going to have you end on a board that consists of Colossus, totally awesome, as well as SP Little Knight. Like holy cow, I don't know if you guys noticed this or guys realize this yet, but this is a really formidable board, and this deck with this specific combo line can consistently end on this field every single time, provided you don't get hand trapped. However, this is a 2-card combo. When you start incorporating the other remaining cards in your hand, and let's say you do get hand trapped with like a Nibiru or an Ash Blossom or an Imperm, etc., depending on how you play determines how close of an inboard you can actually end on. Now, Colossus being a card summoned in a water deck is kind of crazy. The fact that this becomes an integral part of a very specific, consistent combo with this deck. I guess semi-consistent is a more, word. This deck involves lots of 2-card, 3-card combos. With the loss of Halka-Fibrax, 1-card combos are a lot less readily available in this deck, but that doesn't mean the deck can't do anything. It just requires 2 to 3 cards. Honestly, there's not really a big chokehold point for this deck besides getting nibbed if you don't have Minstrel, but that's okay because I'm going to show you guys in a future video how to actually go about mitigating that. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and get straight into it. I don't like that word. Let me read. Okay, you guys want to learn something? I'm going to show you it. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I'm also trying to improve my videos with every single video that does come out. So I'm absolutely, listening all ears to pointers you guys may have in the comments to help improve, the viewing experience. Oh, did I mention Colossus comes in Ultimate Rare? That's pretty sick, right? So this is going to be the same starting hand as the previous video. These Deep Sea Arias are just going to be placeholders in your hand, whereas the actual combo itself is going to use Dragoons with Tidal to kind of get everything done. Now there is 2 ways of playing this hand, and it all determines or depends on what card you send off of Tidal. All right, so we're gonna use Tidal, discarding the Dragoons to go ahead and send a monster from our deck to our graveyard. Now the card I am going to send might, shock you guys, but it should become no question that it's Nemesis Flag of all monsters. And then from here, Dragoons is going to search for our Deep Sea Diva. Now the other combo line I was explaining earlier was you'd be sending the Nimbles off of Tidal to get 2 Beavers onto the field that you can summon an Ahashima with, and if you have a level 4 such as Stream, Dragon Ruler, or Droplets, or another Dragoons, you just made Toad, so that's pretty cool. From here, we're going to normal summon our Diva and use Diva's effect. Diva is going to summon a Neptibus from our deck. Let's go ahead and put this guy right over here. And Neptibus is going to use his effect to discard / send a Dragoons to add a Dragoons. This Dragoons is going to use his effect, and we're going to go ahead and put Mullen Glacier, the Elemental Lord, in our hand. Now you don't have to incorporate this guy into any of your combos. It's just kind of a card I like, and I just want to show you the potential that this deck can do. So we only have 3 waters in our grave now, so what we're going to do next might shock you guys a little bit, but just kind of stay with me and hear me out. We're going to link summon Neptibus off and go into Relinquished Anime. We are then going to link using our Diva plus her Anima into an SP Little Knight. Now this card, when it's summoned using a Link, Xyz, or Synchro or Fusion as material, you can banish 1 card or 1 monster from the field or any graveyard. So what we're going to do here is actually banish the Relinquished Anima that is chilling in our graveyard. That's going to put us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waters in our grave. So we just go ahead and summon the Mullen Glacier, like let's say right here or something, and take 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. Next, we're going to summon my favorite little tech card, this girl. And when she is summoned, she kind of like stops you from summoning any other monster besides fire while she's on the field, but that's okay because guess what? Nemesis Flag is a fire type. So we're gonna go ahead and special summon this out using Promethean Princess's effect, and then we can go ahead and use Flag to search for a corridor. And let's just go ahead and put this in our hand right there. Because Flag is a level 2, we can link summon into a Sprite Spren, which is also a fire type. And then we can use Spren's effect here to go ahead and dump our Nimble package to summon 2 of these beaver guys out. So we're going to link summon using both of our beavers to go into the Golden Boy Ahashima. And Ahashima is going to use our Dragoons in our hand plus a Dragoons in our graveyard to Xyz summon into a Bahamut Shark. There you go. And then we're going to use Bahamut Shark, detaching a copy of our Dragoons to go ahead and summon a copy of Totally Awesome to, like, let's say this zone or something. And then this copy of Dragoons, because it was sent to the graveyard, is going to search a Lapis Dragon. And that Lapis Dragon is going to be summoned. Then what we can do from here is a couple of different things. We can go ahead and use our Sprite Spren plus Pajinki Ahashima to Xyz summon into Mr. Big Boy Sprite himself. And then from here, we can use a corridor in our hand to special summon itself by shuffling back the anima back into our extra deck, put him in this zone right here. And next we can use corridor, tributing himself to summon our favorite fusion monster in the entire game, a mistake, truly. And this is a pretty formidable board right here. I don't know if you guys can see it really well. We got a Toad, we got a Colossus, we got a Sprite who hasn't used his effect yet. So from here, what we can do is link summon using the Bahamut Shark plus the Lapis Dragon and go into an IP Masquerena. And then what we can do next is use a gigantic Sprite, let's say detaching the Sprite Sprend. And this is a card not many people know about, but it actually has a lot of synergy with level 2 water decks. And that card is going to be none other than Deep Sea Sentry. Because when this card is special summoned, you can mill 2 cards off the top of your deck. Let's say it is a Neptibus plus a 1-for-1. You can go ahead and target one level 4 or lower water monster in your graveyard and add it straight back to your hand. So typically here we'd add Diva for a follow-up play next turn. So this is kind of what your infield is going to look like. Got a totally awesome, you've got a gigantic Sprite, a Deep Sea Sentry, a Thunder Dragon Colossus, as well as an IP Masquerena. And then you're going to want to pass your turn with this infield. And then during your opponent's turn, there's a couple of things you can do. You can use IP Masquerena to link summon using, let's say, herself, Sentry, and Sprite to go into an Apollousa that cannot be destroyed by card effect. And she has 2,400 attack. Or if you kind of wanted to do something even awesomer, if that's even a word, you cannot link summon the Apollousa and instead link summon using Masquerena and your Deep Sea Sentry a second copy of SP Little Knight. And when this card is summoned using a link monster like before, you can banish any card on the field or in the graveyard like a monster card. So this card becomes 2 different points of interaction. Not only does this banish a card monster straight up on a field, you can then use her effect to banish another card temporarily. So this field becomes quite the challenge to get through. If you made it to the end of this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, take care, have a great one. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because I like those funny numbers.